Hi everybody, it's John, and it's time to just zinc about. Well, what I'm zinking about is putting drip irrigation in my courtyard. You know, we're going to go to Europe for a couple weeks, which I'm a little nervous about now that we're in conflict. But we're going to have an automated system to water the plants around the courtyard, and I just thought I'd bring you along. So let's look at the tools that I'm going to use in order to do that. All right, so here's what I got. So we have the water emitters. I have them in 8 in case I have a lot of plants, 4, which I will be using one of 4, but mostly 2s. And that's for the single pots. I have some plugs. I'm also going to use a little bit of the drip irrigation that I use over in the garden beds. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use an elbow, bring it up from the ground to the elbow, and let the drip irrigation water the strawberries and the green beans. So I have some elbows. I have some things to hold down the drip irrigation. I also have some little lifts to help with the drip irrigation that are single. And then I have 5 actually, different types of drip irrigation. The green and the red are different flow rates. This one's 2 gallons per hour at 30 psi, and this one's 1 gallon per hour at 30 psi. And these 2 are adjustable. And I already have some set up with the adjustable, and so we're going to go ahead and put some of those in. Now, the water system. Okay, the water system control is over here. It's just like a rain drip, no big deal. But there are PVC pipes that run all along the exterior of the cement. You can see the little pop-ups here in the courtyard. And so what I'm going to do is attach one of those doubles to those, run it up, and put the drip irrigation here in the pots. We also have the strawberries. So I think we got a frost. The strawberries got a little bit, they were doing so well, and they got a little damage. I brought this plant back from almost death. But you can see here I already have one of the doubles installed. I'm going to run up, put the elbow about right there, and run the drip irrigation along the outside. So we have some green beans. So if anyone knows anything about green beans, I'd really appreciate you guys telling me what's going on. These got plenty of water. I think they got hit by the frost. It wasn't really a frost, but about a week ago, it was really, really cold here. I think it was the 21st or something of February. And they really got kind of messed up. So I move them over a little bit so they get more sun. And we're gonna go from there and see if I can make them survive. Everything I've read about green beans, you don't need to over fertilize them because they create their own nitrogen. So I don't know, it could have been overwatering too. Anyway, I got plants here, some flowers here. Now I repotted these. These type are doing really well. This type's not doing as well. So I'm gonna have to trim that back. They were really beautiful before I repotted them, but they were losing their flowers, so I thought it would be a good time to do it. I've had one flower survive in that, and of course this one's doing pretty well too. Hopefully we'll get some flowers out of them. So we're going to go ahead and put this drip irrigation in, and let's get started. All right, so how we started out is pretty simple. These usually don't come right off, so I have to use some pliers. Get them started, but they basically come right out of the PVC pipe into this, so that this can just screw right on. And that's about all there is to it. This dripper is actually adjustable, so you can make it go flow more or less. I'm going to go about in the middle, and this is to hold the dripper up off the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set it so that the dripper goes right in the middle. So those troughs get filled with water. So I don't know if it's that the water stays really dry, but really that's all there is to it. I have a lot of these already set up, so I'm going to get these going. Let's go to Turbo Johnny. I thought I'd show you how I was going to do the strawberries. All right, so since this is already plugged in, I know it does have a sprinkler on it, but I'm going to cut about right here. I might give it a little thing because I want to pull this out a little bit sometimes. You take the elbow and you just put it right in. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to try to do is get the drippers close oh boy, these are too long. Didn't even think about that. Well, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. But basically that's the idea. I'll cut those down and I'll be able to use those as clamps. But that's basically what I'm going to do with the strawberries. Okay, so here's what we're going to do for the green beans. I'm going to go ahead and put this in first, that way it's a little bit easier for me to Okay, now that I've put that in, I'm going to heat this end up a little bit so that it goes on and makes a great seal right down here. And basically all you do is slip it on. It's pretty simple. Here we're just going to put it on the elbow. Let's heat that up a little bit. Got to heat these up because they're about 3 or 4 years old, these tubes, but they work great. But now, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to maneuver this drip irrigation around so that there's at least one of the drippers right on one of the bean plants. I know these beans don't look great, but that's what I got. So there's an emitter right here. There's an emitter right here. And there's an emitter right here. So that way each bean plant, I'm gonna try to, they actually have some new growth coming in the middle. So I'm hoping that this works out. So anyway, that's it for the bean plant, and that's it for the 6-inch drip irrigation. I'll go ahead and finish the rest of them and not bore you with too much, just a little fast forward. Here we go. All right, let's get this second one set up. I find it's just a little bit easier just to cut these off instead of, and then I pull the thing off later. Don't you hate that? Oh, I just put it in my frickin' lighter. I just put the drip irrigation in my lighter. I can't get it out. I think I just ruined the lighter. Oh, there it goes. That's ridiculous. Put it in the light. Okay, got it in. Let's attach the stand, or stakes, what they call them. And have that drip right in the middle. Okay, I got everything done, so I'm going to test the system. Right now it's off. Clock. I'm just going to run. Okay, 2 minutes. The drip's going here. Oops, this one fell out. And it doesn't have a plug in it. Doggone it. Alright, so we'll leave that one out. This one, the plug flew out. Whew, there we go. Looks like they're going pretty well. This one is dripping. Ooh, this one's going. Ah! Whew. Oh. I don't know if those were actual drip. I don't think this is drip. Uh-oh. I think I put the wrong things on it. I'm going to have to change all those out for the drip. Let's turn off the... Let's turn it off. Gosh darn it. Alright, well, that's why you test it before you put everything away. I'm gonna get that all fixed. I'll do that offline. Okay, it looks like we've got everything back. Looks like it's over. Okay, let's see what's going on with these. Looks like this drip irrigation is working fine. Yeah, I'm worried about the pressure of this. This one's working fine. There's your drip there. I changed them all to that 1 gallon per hour. These are on for a minute. So that looks like that's it. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I think I'm gonna end the video here. I might insert some garden video here, you know, just so you can check out and see what's going on with that. But anyway, I really appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.